How's it going, guys? A lot of variables going on in this live stream, so let me know firstly how the sound's coming through. And I'm honestly not sure if the Wi-Fi is going to be able to handle the stream here, so just a heads up. Hey guys, how's it going? And again, I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi is going to keep up here. We're at a Starbucks, and I know the white balance is off too, but let me know. The hotel that we were staying at couldn't support the live stream it at all, so I moved down here. Hopefully this is going to hold up okay for us. I hope it sounds good. Thanks, Simon. We're by a kind of a really busy highway here behind us. I didn't want to do this inside because it kind of would have been annoying to everybody. And I can see the white balance is all over the place. So I appreciate your patience here, guys. But if everything's okay, Simon, you're telling me it's good, then that's really encouraging. Guys, we're from a different location here. You can see we're in a somewhat different area. Francisco, hey, thanks for joining. I'm encouraged that this is actually somewhat working here, guys. I heard that Starbucks has the fastest Wi-Fi, so I made my way to the quickest Starbucks, which was 4 minutes away. It does buffer? Okay, well. Yeah, I'm seeing live stream too. Yeah, I am seeing some heavy buffering here. Well, let me try to stop something. Let me try to cancel one thing here. Okay. Yeah, Francisco, yeah, we're 3-hour difference here. I'm not an official San Diego driver yet. This is half of the move. The other half of the move is getting the caliber up here, so I'll have to be driving cross country for that. Right now, a lot of the furniture purchasing, getting the apartment set up and stuff. And then I got to drive the caliber, and then I have to register for Uber and Lyft. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Hey, thanks for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. Bear with me on this live stream. I'm really not sure how this is going to work. Apparently it is buffering a little bit, but again, I'm on public Wi-Fi here. I'm at Starbucks, so hopefully this can hang on. I'm going to attempt to go live on Twitter too. Hey guys, 6 people on this live stream. Really appreciate it. Joining from sunny San Diego here. You can see we have quite the difference in the background, huh? I'm pretending like I'm not jet lagged because I came in Thursday. I came in Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I'll tell you guys, I was pretty jet lagged on Thursday. I was pretty dead on Thursday. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is going to hang with our devices here live streaming. Hey Twitter, we just went live from San Diego, California. We are sitting outside of a Starbucks here down the road from the hotel, and we're going to be talking about moving into new markets, how my move has been going so far, and we're going to take your questions as well. Hey Steven, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Simon, are you going to drive Lyft across as you drive to San Diego? Probably. We'll see. I wonder how far I can set the destination filter. If I'm in Pittsburgh, if I put the destination filter to San Diego, wouldn't that be interesting? Hey, Twitter, we got some people joining. Appreciate it. We're going live right now on YouTube at Your Driver Mike. And we got some very interesting drivers behind us. Yeah, I'm probably going to take some Lyft rides if I can, just to offset the gas, okay? Iron Claw, yeah, I appreciate your patience. It's been very busy, as you can imagine, with the move and everything. Getting everything situated. We are still not even halfway done with the apartment move. I'm a part-time driver based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, moving to San Diego, California, which you can see where we're at right now. Check this, wait, wrong way. Check this guy out right here. Part-time, yep. Full-time job is in customer service, and hopefully closed in on a sales interview. Here we go. But yeah, Iron Claw, give me a little bit. I will reach out to you again on Twitter. We were talking about insurance over there on Twitter. Yeah, Simon, that would be cool. Just to offset the gas, you know? Exactly, yeah, Francisco. You can't do that with Uber. Guys, that's a good thing about Lyft. You know, again, I always say try to drive both platforms because it's going to keep you more busy. But if you are on the Lyft platform, you can take Lyft anywhere. And actually, you know what? I tested this again just to make sure, and I was able to go online here with Lyft. You know, I wasn't really even trying, but I think the background looks kind of cool here, huh? We got the palm tree perfectly framed in the shot. What customer service company? I work for Philips. We're a healthcare manufacturer. We do sleep apnea, oxygen, respiratory devices, and partly based in Pittsburgh, so that's where my current full-time job is. We got 8 people on here. Appreciate that, guys. And as you can see, we're coming to you from an insanely beautiful San Diego, California. Guys, the weather here is absolutely flawless. I'm sitting outside, and we already ate at Farmer's Table, which is minutes away from our apartment in La Mesa, which is about 25 minutes or so east of San Diego. So check it out on Twitter. We had an awesome pork belly pizza. I posted that on Twitter. You guys can see some of the fun stuff while we're traveling and moving in here. We're posting a lot of, trying to share a lot of fun things over there on Twitter. Francisco, why not rideshare full time? Well, I really see good opportunity for me in sales. My background is in customer service. I've been trying to pursue a sales role for about, really my non-stop drive is what I want to do. I really want to hustle and make some big deals and maximize my earnings potential. And I've told you guys before, I love the tech behind the rideshare space, the earnings opportunity for supplemental income. The thing is, in San Diego, I'm not sure if San Diego's a market where you can drive full time. I think the demand is definitely there, but me not being a master in this market, you know, I don't know these roads, I don't know the shortcuts, I don't know the trends yet. I couldn't go full time, you know, and if I wanted to, it would take at least probably a year of research to really become familiar with these roads, to know the demand trends, to really maximize my profits. And of course, there's all the, you know, operational stuff, dental, vision, insurance that I would have to take care of myself if I went full time. So there's a lot of kind of front load of work if I wanted to go full time. So right now, I'm really trying to pursue that sales opportunity and continue to do rideshare. Absolutely, I love. It's fun driving. It's fun driving and trying to maximize my profits, and that's what we talk about on this channel. Iron Claw 30. When wanting to drive from more than one state, do you have to contact Uber? You do, but you can only be registered in one market, but that one market may allow you to drive in different states. For example, when I'm currently registered in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I can also drive in West Virginia, Ohio, I think New Jersey as well. So even though I'm in Pittsburgh, it allows me to drive in some other markets. We have the Passion Tango Tea Lemonade today, guys. I'm really happy to give you this weather forecast today. You know, I try to give you the drink of the day and the weather forecast, and obviously you can see this weather is insane right now. Yeah, Iron Claw, you can only be registered in one market, but typically Uber will let you drive in surrounding markets, but you'll how's it been for you guys so far? Hey guys, if you're just joining this live stream, I really appreciate you joining this live stream. Traditionally, we do every Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Kind of have to be following on Twitter, or look for the reminders on YouTube to see when we're going to stream. Now, I am coming back to Pittsburgh, but a lot of things may be happening here in the next couple weeks. So, A, make sure to follow on Twitter. I post a lot of notifications there. And B, make sure to hit that notification icon. What that's going to do is give you phone notification when I go live, so you don't miss any videos, you don't miss any live streams. So make sure to hit that and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. This channel is dedicated to the rideshare space. So if you're a driver, a passenger, or someone just interested in the rideshare space, I'd really appreciate if you guys consider subscribing. Hey guys, we have 10 people on here. That is awesome. And I can see that we are buffering a little bit. So I appreciate your patience with that. So how feasible is it? I mean, you guys are kind of interested. How feasible is it to drive in other markets on Lyft, okay? How many rides are you really going to get? Is it worth it to use the destination filter? Let's talk about that. Again, one of the big positives with Lyft is you can drive in any U.S. market. If you're registered to drive in any market in the U.S., you can drive in any of the U.S. markets. And you don't have to do any other registration. You don't have to let Lyft know, which is really nice. So how many rides can you really expect? I think the actual number is going to surprise you. When I've gone online just here and there just to test this feature, I didn't get that many ride requests. Well, there's reasons for that. When you're in some of these rural markets, and I apologize for some of the traffic noise, I hope it's not too bad. We're using the SmartLab Plus microphone right now, so hopefully it's filtering out some of that noise. When you go online in other markets, consider where you're driving. If you're not in a major market, typically you're probably not going to get any ride requests because Lyft doesn't really have a big foothold in those smaller markets. People just don't know about it, or they all own cars and never really thought about using a rideshare company to get places. Now, you can definitely go online, and here's a nice little tip for you guys. You may have seen some other people talk about this, but if you're online with Lyft, technically, those are all business miles. So you can deduct every mile that you drive while you're online, even though you don't get ride requests. Because you are working, you are online. Of course, you're headed in your direction of travel, but you're online, you're available to take rides. Now, disclosure with all of these kind of videos, I'm not a CPA, I'm not a tax professional, so make sure to consult with the CPA for any local laws and any stipulations for tax write-offs. Francisco, your question. Francisco asks, you're now going to be a resident of a legal marijuana state. Are you going to get stoned? No, Francisco, I don't think so. Just not my thing. That's a funny question, though. Yeah, and something I keep forgetting, too, is like there's definitely a lot of variance in the laws here, and that is one of them, is marijuana being legal, recreationally being legal, I believe. But yeah, we can touch on laws, especially for me, traffic and driving laws obviously heavily apply to driving for rideshare. I know in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh police are fantastic with helping rideshare drivers, in my opinion. And again, I've been driving part-time for almost 2 years now. The Pittsburgh police are really helpful for rideshare drivers. One example that happened somewhat recently is in the South Side, where all our bars are. you guys know that they made the entire strip of bars no parking from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. The biggest strip of bars, all the drivers could no longer stop there. And allegedly, that was done for rideshare drivers. Allegedly, but that's what another driver told me. Was they made that entire stretch, the main stretch of bars, to help us out. Iron Claw 30, do you put money aside for taxes throughout the year? Absolutely, yes. That's a good tip, actually. Now, Iron Claw, I'm glad you brought that up. Guys, you can pay taxes quarterly, okay? At least here in PA, again, this is not meant as professional tax advice, but my CPA advised, and this is what I hear other drivers saying, is you can set money aside quarterly, and you can pay based on your earnings for that quarter, okay? And again, you know the deduction, 53.5, or paying more if you just pay once a year. And again, consult with the CPA or tax professional. But there are benefits to paying quarterly. And again, if you overpay, you don't have to worry about paying this massive amount, come tax time. So I do. It kind of allows you to make like smaller hits to your income. And it makes sense to set money aside for those taxes. What I do is all my earnings go into a separate account, and then I just pull from that account when tax time comes. And again, consult with your CPA as far as what bracket you fall into, because it depends on A, if you drive rideshare full time, and B, what earnings bracket you're in. Okay, for me, since I do another full-time W-2 job, it's that income plus Uber's income, then I fall into a certain IRS tax bracket, and I have to pay taxes, obviously on my income. When you do rideshare taxes, it's a Schedule C, so it's basically an addendum to your taxes. When you get your tax form, you will add a Schedule C, which is a line on that form going over your rideshare income. So you can think of it as your major form, and then within that form, there's just a smaller piece for rideshare income. That was a good question, Iron Claw. I don't want to get too much more into that, but absolutely it's smart to set taxes aside. And if your CPA recommends, I do pay quarterly as well. Yeah, Simon, that's a good strategy. Simon says in New York, all the consensus of what I've heard is 25 is pretty decent to set aside. We're going back to, we were talking about the legal aspects of driving. So let's continue to touch on that. And guys, I love the questions. This is fantastic. The weather here is great. I wish you guys could all hang out here. Or hopefully get a taste of this weather wherever you're at. So feel free to post any questions you like, but let's go back and touch on a few legal aspects as well. Hey, Rootcast, thanks for joining again. I live 20 miles from Denver. I turn on Driver app as soon as I head that way. The Uber app it is. Lyft isn't out here yet. A good thing to think about is when Lyft does come there, again, like I tell some drivers in newer markets, maybe be the voice of it, okay? And actually go to Vistaprint. Go to Vistaprint and type in, and type in Lyft into Vistaprint. Lyft partners with Vistaprint to have actually Lyft-approved marketing pieces that you can give to passengers. There's posters, there's referral cards, there's postcards, and there's more. So what Lyft allows you to do was if Lyft does come to your market there in Denver, Lyft allows you to create custom referral codes. So you can go on the Lyft website, create a custom referral code, and even now, you can go and print ahead of time referral cards with that custom code. Now you have to make sure it's a pretty unique code because you don't want it to be a common code and it to be taken on the Lyft platform. But you can consider that. But also, if you want to wait until Lyft comes, it's fine as well. Once Lyft goes live, maybe go onto that Vistaprint page. Again, type in Lyft and get some at least referral cards. But you may also want to look at the posters as well. I did a few posters, and it's a nice, larger size poster that you can put on community boards, anywhere they allow you to post. that may be a good idea as well. It's pretty eye-catching. It has, the Lyft colorway, and then you can put your referral code on that as well. Hey guys, I really appreciate your patience. I'm checking here, and we are getting some buffering with the local Wi-Fi here. I will tell you guys that we are setting up our Wi-Fi today in a few hours at the apartment, and we're getting pretty good speeds on that Wi-Fi. I apologize, it's not set up yet, so we had to find some local Wi-Fi here. Yeah, Roomcast, absolutely, glad to help. It's just a good idea because, again, if Lyft would be brand new, that is the time to search for some referral income. Think about it. If Lyft is brand new, they're going to expand one way or the other. Lyft is probably going to heavily invest in marketing themselves, billboards, radio advertisements, posters. So why not get your piece of that? Get your own posters out there, get your own referral cards out there. And we actually did a video on Lyft referrals. If you haven't watched that, I recommend watching that as well. So guys, again, keep posting the questions. That's awesome, guys. So I'll just continue to touch on the legal aspects of driving, and maybe even interacting with police officers and other segments of your market. What Pittsburgh did is when they closed that bar street and made it no parking, allegedly it was for rideshare drivers, which is fantastic. Pittsburgh, as you may have seen, is a pretty pro rideshare, and that there's no problems when driving. Okay, so I would get a feel for your market, talk to other drivers, go on other forums maybe, and see what other drivers are saying about the police presence in your market and how kind of proactive they are with rideshare. Because I've also heard in other markets that it's not as easy. We have a road here, well, not see here. We have a road in Pittsburgh, which is in between Stage AE, which is a concert venue, and a very, very popular bar called Tequila Cowboy. And there's a road that goes in between those two venues. That road has no parking on either side. Now, this is a very small kind of throughway that also borders a parking lot for Heinz Field, which is a football stadium. And we're talking about night pickups. Nothing's going on at Heinz Field. Typically, nothing's going on at Stage AE. It's just a good place for drivers to try to sit and get rides. Excuse me. But that is one sticking point. That's one tricky spot for us to park. Because, again, it says no parking. Now, on the main road that you turn off of to get onto that road, it's typically slammed with cars that are already parked, from people that are going to the bars or other drivers doing pickups. So that little spot there, even though it's on a kind of quiet side road where there's really nothing going on, it doesn't block traffic either. We're not allowed to park on those curbs. And it does say no parking, but other drivers have stopped there, and I have stopped there before, because your passenger is right next door at Tequila Cowboy. But sometimes officers do and sometimes don't let drivers stop there. I think that it should be maybe a restricted parking, or ideally, I think it should just be a rideshare curb at certain hours. So just do that, and always, help out your police force, whoever it may be. Don't make things harder. If they, ask you to move, definitely move. But generally, Pittsburgh has been a pretty good market, and it's pretty easy to work with the Pittsburgh police, who are really helpful for rideshare drivers. I'll give you an example here of that. I was sitting on Walnut Street, which is the street in Shadyside where all our bars are, and I was sitting right off of Walnut Street, okay, around a corner. And I'm sitting there with my four-ways on because I had a passenger pickup in a kind of area. area. Okay, he was down at the end of Walnut Street, and his pickup location was a bank. It was PNC Bank, and this was late at night. It made no sense why his pin was there. It's probably a wrong, pin drop. And he actually didn't end up showing, which wasn't a surprise to me. I thought it was going to be a cancellation anyway. But I was parked right at the corner, and an officer who was using the ATM, he had a cruiser parked, and he got in his car. Then he pulled up right next to me, and he just told me, said, "Hey, I just want to make sure no one hits you. If you have a drunk driver that speeds around this corner, he may hit you here. You just may want to move up your car a little bit." Super nice, really nice, really welcoming in the way that he said it. And that's actually, I think, the second time that an officer has said that. The same kind of thing. They just say, "Hey, you may want to move your car up a little bit just to avoid anyone hitting you," or something like that. So that was fantastic. It was really helpful, and I really appreciated that. It made me feel really good that they're looking out for us. So, how's it been for you guys? Do you find it easy to work with law enforcement or anything like that? Concierge, valet. How is it easy to work with those kind of partners? Especially if you're in the Las Vegas market. In reading other forums, I have heard that Las Vegas is tricky because obviously with the casino pickups and drop-offs, there's specific areas, very specific areas for taxi, for shuttle, and for rideshare. And it makes sense, right? There's a lot of things going on in Vegas. New York, I can imagine that may be a little tricky as well. Hey Twitter, how's it going? We're live right now on YouTube at Your Driver Mike, coming to you from sunny San Diego. We are making the move from Pittsburgh, PA. I want to welcome you to this live stream. We're talking about moving because we are moving, my girlfriend and I, to San Diego. So post your questions. If you want to jump on the YouTube live stream, I'd really appreciate it. We are dual live stream. I'm trying to keep up with both, but we are on both platforms right now. Thank you for joining. Hey guys, real quick, you know what to do. If you guys like this live stream, I know it's buffering, I'm sorry, but if you enjoy the live stream so far, if you like any content on the channel, could you please leave a like on this live stream and consider sharing it out as well. I'd really appreciate it. Show me that you guys get value from this live stream, boosts us in YouTube's algorithm, gets more people in here, and more people on the Your Driver team. Hey Simon, how's it? Is this better? Let me know. I'm looking at my indicator here, and the mic may be a little bit too loud. I noticed it. Excuse me. I noticed in our last live stream it was a little bit loud as well, and I just realized I can turn it down. I'm using OBS here. I'm, always learning on this software program here. Ironclaw 30, who is from New Jersey. Hey, Dark Road, how's it going? Yeah, I know, Simon. I'm sorry. We're on local Wi-Fi here. We're setting up the apartment Wi-Fi today, and we should have no problem live streaming from the apartment, but we don't have Wi-Fi just yet. I'm sorry. Yeah, try to hang in there with me. This will be the only live stream that we experience buffering on, guys. I apologize for that. Hey, Ironclaw 30, we can talk about airport pickups, absolutely. Ironclaw was asking about airport pickups at Pittsburgh International. And I think we may jump off Twitter here to maybe improve the Wi-Fi. I don't know how much it will improve, but hey Twitter, I think we're going to let you go. Join the live stream now at Your Driver Mike on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it. But we are going to jump off here right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Yeah, Dark Road, I hope everything's good. How's it going? So airport guys, every city that is active at the airport, if Uber and Lyft are active at the airport, there's a local website that is a guide, an airport guide for you, okay? You may want to search your city, Uber, airport. You can search Pittsburgh Uber Airport or something. It should give you your driver guide, because there are ways to do a legal pickup and drop off at your airport. Okay, let's talk about that. For Pittsburgh International, for example, you always have to display trade dress when you are on airport property. Okay, you need to have your Uber and Lyft trade dress displayed. So for Pittsburgh International, we have to be in previously a cell phone lot. Okay, a cell phone lot is where people would go to, pick up friends, relatives coming in from flights. They would wait there and then go to the arrivals terminal. And that's where Uber and Lyft drivers would wait, in the cell phone lot. Uber did recently change this. We are now going to the authorized personnel lot, I believe it is. But same thing, we have to be in the approved lot to get ride requests. If you are not in that approved lot, you will still be in the queue, but you can't get ride requests. In that area, you will still be in the waiting queue, but you will not get ride requests. It's what's called geofencing. Uber will basically geofence that parking lot and not allow any requests to any drivers that are not in that area. Dark Road, very true, box for $50, exact same design. Hey guys, about cargo, the thing is $50 is Simon's highlighting someone who's selling a cargo box, or you can get it for free. If you use the links below, if you sign up for cargo, you can get a complete cargo unit for free. You can get the supplies for free and the resupply for free. And you get a commission off of each sale made, and passengers can tip as well. And guys, we have some great videos on cargo, a recent upload as well, so I encourage you, sign up for cargo now. Don't wait. Be one of the first drivers to get it when it comes to your market, and they're expanding rapidly, guys. 49 states already have driver signups, and cargo is looking to extend actually here to the West Coast first, followed by the rest of the US here. Simon, in Buffalo, there was a lot of Uber and Lyft, but they must not have geofenced it, because I've gotten requests sitting at the McDonald's across the street. Franco is not a fan of cargo. That's fine, guys. Yeah, to each your own. Cargo does allow you to make some extra income. And really the key about cargo is that it is going to save you the time and the money buying the resupply. It's going to give you a modern professional setup. And one of the biggest objections, guys, I want to shoot down one of the biggest objections right now, is a mess in your car. Clutter, crumbs, debris, whatever. Guys, cargo encourages you to give the product over only when the ride is completed, when you are safely parked and the ride has ended. You're not going to give product over during the ride. So one of the biggest objections, again, with cargo is a mess. You're not going to be experiencing a mess with cargo. Another objection is drivers say they can do this, themselves, that they don't have to have a company set up a box and get supplies for them. That's absolutely true, and you can definitely do that. You can set up your own box and get supplies yourself, but the convenience with cargo is payment is automatic. You are allowed to get tips in their web interface. They've developed a website for you for cargo, and resupply is free and automatic. So you definitely don't have to do cargo. It's not for everybody. I've seen about 75% of drivers think it's a fantastic idea, love it, and have signed up. And about a quarter of drivers that weren't fans yet, but maybe some will be. I think that's a pretty good ratio for something that is brand new. Guys, it's brand new. First of its kind entry into this market. So it is going to take a little bit to see kind of that adoption rate swing upwards. But again, 75% of drivers are already loving this thing and signing up. And I think it's fantastic. Simon, definitely sketchy, but let's see. It's a free market. I think I'm going to rack up some good money instead of 50 cents. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely multiple ways to manage any extra selling in your car. And that was a concern for drivers, especially about like a year ago or so, is are you allowed to sell items in your car? And at the time, Uber and Lyft kind of frowned upon that. I don't think they were deactivating maybe a year and a half ago, a while ago. And then Uber and Lyft eventually backtracked because they really aren't allowed to do that. As independent contractors, you are allowed to sell items in your car if you want. So if you want to go through a little bit more time, a little bit more money up front as far as providing products and time as well, building your own box or buying one through a third party, as Simon mentioned, you can do it yourself if you'd like. Yeah, Simon, just my personal opinion. Yeah, that's absolutely good. That's cool, man. Yeah, I definitely encourage multiple opinions, two sides to arguments on this channel. I'm definitely open to it, guys. You will never be, frowned upon for providing your educated opinion about anything. Nothing wrong with that, guys. There is definitely no absolute right way to do a lot of this. All right, let me break down this Twitter setup here real quick because I saw a notification come through. Okay, there we go. And actually, I don't even know if this was one of you guys, but I just got a sale right now. Did somebody just buy something? That's pretty funny if you did, guys. That's awesome. I can show this to you right now even. What's going to happen is when you make a sale with again, we don't need to go into cargo, a bunch here. This is not a video about cargo. But when you make a sale through Cargo's website, which is, nicely set up for you, you're going to get notification on your phone that a passenger has made a sale. That'll let you know that at the end of the ride, you need to deliver these products. And I have talked to Cargo about improvements for version 2 of the Cargo unit. If you have any ideas for the Cargo unit, post them in the comments below or post them on that Cargo video, because every single piece of recommendation or advice that you guys are giving to me, I'm forward directly on to Cargo. Okay, I have a contact there, a senior level contact with Cargo, and they're listening to all of this, the suggestions that you guys give. And you guys have given some great. So that's what the screen's going to look like when you get a sale. So you'll know at the end of the ride, okay, I have to deliver one rescue wipe, which is great for stains and whatnot, spills, and one cheese original. All right, let's move on. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear too much about Cargo. We have some great videos on there, though, and it's a product I definitely believe in, and I am using that unit. So if you would like, consider signing up with the links below for Cargo. So what do you guys want to talk about? We can talk more about the legal aspects of driving. Simon, at the end of the day, it's all about how much money we are bringing home, and the more the better. I would say jump on this new startup and make that referral money. That's a smart move. And guys, a little secret for you guys is you can make referral money as well. Sign up for Cargo, and when they go live, you'll also be able to get referral income from this. If you're seeing success from it, you can mention it to other drivers. And there's some good money in referrals once they. I'll tell you guys, it's beautiful here. I mean, it's blowing me away. It's not too humid. It's sunny. It's midday too, guys. I mean, it's noon right now, and that sun is directly above us. It's noon, and it is very comfortable right now. Let me know what you guys would like to talk about. We can talk about signing up into new markets, hazards of driving, because we are in a new market here with new roads, new traffic patterns for me. The legal aspects. We can go back and touch on some of these legal aspects and things to consider as well when you're driving. 74 right now, guys. You guys want a quick weather forecast? That's not that bad, guys. Sunny every single day in the 70s. That's the forecast. Dark road. Sometimes I wish people had to pass a breathalyzer test before they can access the Uber app. Yeah, no, I get that. It's funny because that's kind of when demand is the highest, is when they have been, out at bars and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys, I have been seeing some buffering and some on and off of the live stream here. I appreciate your patience. Yeah, this is the only stream that will have buffering, so don't worry. I could use data on the mobile device, on the phone here, but I've been cranking through data already like crazy. So well, bear with me. I know it's probably not the best. I know it's cutting in and out, stopping and starting. Yeah, sorry guys. Hey, Rootcast, additional $23. Yeah, and Iron Claw, if you're still on, Iron Claw, who's in New Jersey, has some questions about insurance. We can definitely talk about insurance. Yeah, Rootcast, for $23 to cover gap coverage, that's pretty good. And there's different levels of coverage. You can get, I think, what is it? 75, 150,000, 75, or you can get 150,000, 300, and 150,000. Full tort coverage is 300,000. And again, I'm no expert in insurance. I let those guys do that. But real quick, what gap insurance is Uber and Lyft provide umbrella coverage. You have a passenger request while the passenger is in the car to the end of the ride. But when you are online and you do not have a passenger request, there's some gap there in insurance. And what this gap insurance covers is that period. If you were to get in an accident when you're online, you don't have